Jordan. Jordan. Jordan, have you ever seen the movie? Let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this one time as we jump into this next segment. And before I tell the audience what the segment is. Have you ever seen the movie, or are you familiar with the boat, the Titanic?
Yes.
You're aware, Jordan. You ever watched the James Cameron movie, Jordan? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this one time. Have you ever watched the James Cameron movie and said to yourself, but what if this were an animated movie that was also a musical and had talking animals? And had a happy ending?
I can honestly say that before this week, when maybe we should like tag team this one, but before this week I had never.
You would do yours after mine.
I had never thought this, I can say.
So Jordan, Titanic, the legend goes on.
It's the adventure of the most famous ocean liner in history, as you've never seen it before. Titanic, the legend goes on. There are all kinds of passengers aboard the Titanic, and among them is a young girl on the voyage of a lifetime, searching for someone she lost long ago.
You're never going to find your precious mother.
You're wrong. I will find her.
And on this journey, she will meet William, her one true love.
I don't even know your name.
It's Angelica.
I was looking for someone. Now that I've found her, I'm not going to let her get away from me again.
But there are some on board willing to destroy her dreams.
Now I know who stole my...
I think I am going to pull up... I think I am going to bring up the... No, I won't. I'll do this. I'm going to free ball this one. Titanic, The Legend Goes On, Jordan, is an Italian-made animated movie about exactly what it sounds like, the sinking of the Titanic. And Jordan, it is, without exaggeration, one of the most incredible movies I've ever seen in my life. Like the amount of things, not even just things, Jordan, the amount of Disney movies this movie rips off is incredible. So within the first, I'm not exaggerating, 5 minutes, it rips off Cinderella. So she's got, the main character is a woman who, or one of the main characters is a woman who has an evil stepmother and three evil stepsisters, and then the evil stepmother has a cat, like an anthropomorphic cat, that is literally the evil cat from Cinderella.
And mend and iron our clothes so we can attend the reception to welcome us aboard. In any case, you can't come. You've nothing to wear.
So dropping one. Papa! Papa! Papa!
Then it also rips off, was it Cinderella? It rips off 101 Dalmatians.
I'm afraid Kate here is out of the picture, though. She's about to present me with some airs.
Congratulations. Thanks.
It rips off Fievel Goes West, An American Tale, because there are Jewish mice that are on the Titanic to go to America.
Why you have let him bring all his toys is a big puzzle, Pavel.
Let Gretchen, Gretchen. He promised to carry them himself.
So, I have a question.
And then ultimately...
This is more for me question. Who was it distributed by?
That's an excellent question. Okay, I guess I will pull up the Titanic or the.
Because I'm curious. Because ours are very similar in a lot of ways, and I'm curious.
And so yeah, so there's also it also rips off Sherlock Holmes, because there's a Sherlock Holmes character that just randomly shows up, and because obviously this is the Titanic and it came out in the year 2000, it needs to rip off the James Cameron movie. So there is a character who he's technically the Jack Dawson character, but he's the rich one. It was distributed by Medusa Film.
Interesting. It's not the same one.
Oh, interesting. Was yours made in Italy, though? Is yours Italian?
Mine was a multi-country production.
Oh, see, mine is Italian.
I'll tell you more about mine after.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of... Oh, yeah, so yeah, it also rips off 101 Dalmatians. So there's 2 talking Dalmatians who are about to give birth, and there's 2 characters who are they're jewel thieves, and they're just the thugs from 101 Dalmatians. And also there's a rapping dog.
It's important that you know.
Do you really know? Do you know it? Yes or no? Is it yes or is it no? Do you know who I really
The dog is now rapping, Jordan.
The boss, and I command, I direct the band.
Jordan, the dog is now rapping. I don't know why the dog is rapping. But the dog is now rapping.
Yes.
All of you will bring the goodies, mini cakes and mini cookies, tasty steaks and hot salamis, juicy cheese with the capital C. You all. Who, us? You all. Us? You all. Yes. Go directly to first class.
Yeah, you sent me the video of
The
that.
dog raps, Jordan.
The dog
raps.
was an experience.
The dog raps. And it is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. There is otherwise no musical numbers in the movie before that. There's no musical numbers after it. Not really. Like, one character kind of sings a song, but it kind of happens off screen. It's not really a dedicated musical number. And for most of the movie, it's like, yeah, it's shenanigans about, like, there's a jewel thief and there's a Sherlock Holmes character that's trying to find the jewel thief. And the rapping dog is tasked various working animals on the ship to help them find it. In the meantime, there's the 2 characters who are just Jack and Rose. Sorry, I'm just familiarizing myself with the plot of this. And so then it's like there's like not like I think like 10 minutes left in the movie. It's animated terribly. It kind of looks like you remember that. I don't remember what the system is called. But you remember like the Wand of Gamelon?
Yeah.
It's like one of those games. It's like the cut scenes, like the pacing of the dialogue, how the characters say lines, the way it's animated, the way the characters move. It looks like it was a Titanic game. Like these were cut scenes for a Titanic game for that system. That's what it looks like. That they've just cut together. So then finally it gets to the end. So the big driving force of the one girl is she's trying to find her mom. That's why she wants to go to America, so she can find her mother. And so the Titanic, within the last 10 minutes of the movie, sinks. And the Titanic is now sinking, and that's now the drama of the movie. And they all escape, and a bunch of the characters, like one of the guy, he like is trying to get to put the girl in the boat, and he jumps in the water to swim, and none of them freeze to death. They're all swimming in it like it's perfectly fine, even though that water, they would have all frozen to death.
Oh, it's just a little tepid. It's not so bad.
And it also does the myth that when people were around the Titanic when it was sinking, they didn't want to get too close to save people because they were worried it would pull them under, and that's a myth that never happened. And so it continues to perpetuate that myth as well. But at the end, the main guy, he gets dragged. He's like his leg gets wrapped in a rope and he gets dragged down. And you're like, help me, whatever. And the girl is in a boat with this random woman. I think she was, because this movie obviously failed the phone test. I think she might have been in the movie earlier, but this random old woman is like, "Are you such and such?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I'm your mother, dear." It's like, wait, what? I had to pause the movie to be like, go back. What? So this random woman in this boat is just your mom? What? And she reveals that the Jack, the love interest who you think is dead, is actually the kid that she's been nannying for her whole life. So they're actually connected that way. And then they're all happy. And then the mouse, the Jewish mouse, is like, he's like, "Ooh, you're probably wondering what happened to everybody else." It's like, no, I'm not. I'm not whatsoever. Not wondering at all. I'm not even remotely. And then he goes character by character, an epilogue for every single character, and it makes the movie an additional 5 minutes long.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? The movie isn't over yet. Don't you want to know what happened to everybody? Well, Detective Bradbury finally got Corinthia in the act and had her locked up. Thanks also to Fritz and Flopsy, now detectives junior grade. Sam is super proud of the medal on his chest, but less of the lollipop. However, he swore he'd give up smoking if he ever made the arrest. Poor Gaston, drooling with great expectations, got himself hired by Rhoda Vanderplank, and the heiress put his Gallic charms to the best use possible, as chauffeur, babysitter, cook, butler, gardener, etc., etc. On the other hand, we're sitting really pretty. To thank us for saving him, our friend the ship's cook put us up at his new place of work, the kitchen of one of New York's fanciest restaurants. Here we have everything we need. Even Hector settled in, though he sometimes flies off on what he calls business trips. Dressed in mourning.
It's like, no.
Sounds painful.
I have no interest in any. It was truly mind-boggling. Again, it rips off so many things. Some of the music is okay. It was bizarre, and I thought it was going to be the worst thing I watched this week. That's it. Jordan, tell me about your Titanic movie now.
So,
also, the YouTube video is called "The Weird Bad Animated Titanic Movies." By the way,
I mean that makes sense.
I figured it would.
So, my Titanic movie came out in 1999. It was an internationally co-produced animated fantasy film, which I didn't know, but makes a lot of sense. And which is in and of itself fascinating. Because it was an international effort between North Korea's state-owned SEK for animation, Spanish ITB, and American Hollywood Gang as producers, as well as an...
Time out. Stop. Did you just say North Korea?
I did say North Korea. As well as an Italian writing team and composer.
Oh, so it is Italian. Yeah, it does come from
Italy.
It
is at least partially Italian.
What is with the Italians and wanting to make Titanic movies? That's weird. That's so weird.
Deeply sanitized Titanic movies.
Yeah, where all the characters live in the end.
So yeah, this in some cases inexplicably. This came out in 1999, which is baffling to me.
But I should say the guy who he gets dragged down in my movie, he also is inexplicably alive at the end. Just to be clear.
Of course he is.
Just to be clear.
So if you want to watch this one, it's on YouTube for free.
Grandpa, did you go on being a sailor after the Titanic sank?
Oh, no. Once I hit New York, I got a new job.
I would never have stopped being a sailor.
Why did it sink if it was the most wonderful ship in the world, Grandpa?
It was well built, wasn't it?
The best you've ever seen.
Listen to what it says in this old paper. Tragic ending to the maiden voyage of the Titanic. The liner goes down. 100 missing. A lot of people died, huh?
Well, youngster, it's a long and complicated story. The truth of the matter is that those missing persons were never really missing. It's all a misunderstanding. One of these days, I'll tell you the whole story.
So, you can absolutely...
Oh, yeah, mine is too. Sorry, mine is too. I should have mentioned that, yeah.
You can absolutely go check it out.
Do yourself a favor. Free. Go watch it. It's amazing. Like, they're amazing. They're genuinely amazing. In that they're terrible. Like, they're not good movies.
I'm gonna do a very rapid...
I assume, anyway.
I'm sorry, what? Huh. That's odd. So apparently this movie was followed by a 2004 sequel titled Tentacolino and a 2011 television series, Fantasy Island.
What?
Which, okay.
How do you do a sequel to the Titanic?
I'm not gonna... I'll figure that out later. Let's talk about this one first.
So many questions.
So, movie starts. We have Old Mouse. He's telling his grandchildren the supposedly true story of the RMS Titanic, because his children were playing with a shark whistle, and he was like, "Don't do that because it could summon Mr. Ice." And then he tells them about it, and it starts with the young Mouse, Connors, the grandpa. He's a sailor on the Titanic's maiden voyage, yada yada yada. There's a young Brazilian mouse named Ronnie who likes soccer. He befriends Connor, yada, yada, yada. And then at the same time, there's a tiger shark, Mr. Ice, who he has escaped from prison, and he's asked to arrange the destruction of the ship. Also in this movie, there are human characters who there's just the Jack and the Rose character who, are there.
Yeah, because it's Titanic, and you need to have a Jack and a Rose character,
and can talk to animals.
Inexplicably talk to. Yeah, that makes sense. Does yours?
There's
have a rapping dog though?
No, it does not. There's a certain point where the
just gonna
Rose
put the dog
character,
rapping somewhere in this, probably more than once because it's funny.
There's a certain point where the Rose character talks to dolphins, and then she seems to be able to talk to the other animals. So I don't remember, and I can't be bothered to try and figure out if it was the dolphins were magic and gave her the ability. But like at a certain point, the two human main characters are just able, and so like the main guy, the Jack character, has a dog who does talk and talks to him, and like the rest of the humans don't seem to know that the animals can talk, because there's a point where at the end of the movie where Rose and Jack, because I can't be bothered to remember their actual characters' names, are getting married, and the dog leans in.
Jordan.
the dog leans in to talk to Jack, and like other humans are watching it and are like, "Wow, it's like it can actually talk." Like it's like he actually understands. So it's like, I think just they understand the animals. But so yeah, there's the Rose's stepmom is like an evil stepmom who wants to marry Rose off to this other dude.
They sound shockingly similar.
Who she
You're
like,
sure
is actually,
we didn't watch the same movie, right?
I am. Let me finish. His mom or her mom wants to marry her off to this dude, and then, but she's also like partnered with the dude, and then they were gonna off the dad so that they all got rich. But then Rose is like, I don't love him. I love my guy, Jack here, Jack. And then
I love you, Jack. Never let go, Jack.
So then, evil dude who is the same. You remember the evil dude from the actual Titanic movie?
Yes.
Who wanted? Yeah, it's just him.
I do. It's just him.
And so he's like, Daddy Warbucks, sign this contract which signs all your stuff over to me, or else.
That guy from Titanic.
And so then they do, and then the evil human characters get the tiger shark gang, including Mr. Ice, to trick the lovable young kid octopus character named Tentacles to throw an iceberg
Jordan,
so that it was very bad.
Jordan,
so that it accidentally hits the Titanic and sinks it.
Now all I gotta do is to get him to heave an even bigger one, and it's bye-bye Titanic.
Hey, boss, I just been checking out the situation on the surface. The Titanic will be right where you want her in a couple of minutes from now.
Very good. Action. Gotta hand it to you, kid. You've almost won the bet.
Only almost?
Yes, because only if you throw a seriously huge hunk of ice can I call you the winner and hire you as head of my own elite guard unit. Got it, kid?
Well, if I had your...
And so meanwhile, earlier in the movie,
stop. Go back.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You just said an octopus.
Just hold on.
You just said an octopus caused the Titanic to sink. You cannot just skip past that.
No.
You're skipping past an octopus.
We're jumping back. I'm
so confused.
We're jumping back. I'm gonna get back to it. We're jumping back because I missed a thing that I need to set up for a later plot point. So earlier in the movie, the evil humans were gonna send off a telegram. And the two rat characters cut the wire to the telegram so that the telegram doesn't get set up. Now we can go back to the octopus.
This is a talking octopus.
Yes.
He caused the Titanic to sink.
He gets challenged by Mr. Ice. He's supposed to be like a kid, is the idea. Like he's supposed to be like a young innocent kid. Is the idea. So he's easily trickable. So Mr. Ice is like, I bet you can't toss a bigger ice block than I can. And so they start competing, and then it gets to the point where there's the giant one, and Mr. Ice tricks him into throwing it, and it causes the sinking of the Titanic.
Until you throw the bait.
Well, fair's fair after all. I'll try. I can wear this hat with honor. Huh? Where do they all go?
You really did it this time, Tentacles.
Keep trying.
We got to free the runner.
Hey, mind your own business, you dumb dolphins.
Definitely a different movie. No, an octopus didn't sink the Titanic in my movie. Jordan,
and
I need you to stop. We need to move on. We need to move on.
I just need to get to the point where it's at the end, and so you think that the octopus dies, and you think that there's this one mouse character who tries to make it so that they can use the thing again by connecting his wires to the two electric wires and using himself as a conduit and electrocuting himself and definitely dying. There's no way he survived that. And yet he's somehow inexplicably alive at the end. And they all live happily ever after. Even the captain of the Titanic, who they all survive. He gets lifted off the ship by the octopus before he dies. So they just all survive. Everyone survives. Every single one.
What? But
not one person dies.
You mean the tragic story of the Titanic? Not a single one.
Not nearly as tragic as you think, because that's the fake story. The tragic story that you know is the fake story, Justin. This is what actually happened. They all lived.
I don't really. Wow.
And it ends on a real happy note. And I have to button nose it with this because it's just I'm sorry, but what? Back in modern day New York, old Connors tells his grandchildren that whales are still hunted and they must do whatever they can to stop the whaling scheme at all costs. Because the kids are like, oh, well, since the bad people that were doing all the whaling were lost at sea and probably died, that means that whaling's no longer a thing, right? And the grandpa's like, no. Other humans just took it up. It still exists. We have to protect the whales. It's a message.
It's a metaphor. So Jordan.
No, it's not a metaphor. It's a message.
Jordan.
That's the legend of the Titanic. Free on YouTube. You too can experience this.
Oh yeah, Titanic: The Legend Goes On. It's also on YouTube.
It's
very worth it.
This experience.
They're short and they're worth watching. Hey there everybody, it's Endcard Justin here. Let me know down in the comments, have you seen these weird Titanic animated movies? If you haven't, you absolutely should. They're free on YouTube. What's your excuse? Go watch them now. They're honestly kind of wild. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. In the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that includes all sorts of other weird animated movies we talked about, you click the box on the left. Or if you want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, you can click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put 7 videos out a week, a video every single day, including the podcast on Sunday. Or you could just leave us a like. That helps us out too. We will see you all in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.